As we examine the context, we find an important truth that each one of us needs to remember both in our prayer closet, but also in our personal ministry. Man doesn't manipulate God. God manipulates man. Let me give you an application of what I mean in the realm of parenting. Friend, if we're not careful, we can be nearly magical in our approach to parenting. We can have a mindset that kind of goes like this. Well, if I do certain things just right, I can manipulate God to do certain things and bring about my desired results or outcomes for my children. Brothers and sisters, I believe that we need to reject a magical mindset and replace it with a recognition, Acts chapter 2. The promise of the gospel was given according to Peter for who? To you and your children. God's heart is to see generations of Christians. God's heart is to bring about the salvation of our offspring. And so my mindset as it applies to parenting ought be this: God, I believe by faith that your heart is to bring about the salvation and transformation of each one of my children. But God, I can't manipulate that. God, you manipulate me. God, you make me into a loving father who ministers the word regularly to my children. God, you make me into the humble Christian who leans upon God in prayer rather than leaning upon my natural machinations. Ephesians 1:11 reminds us God works everything according to the counsel of His will, and the book of Philippians humbles us as we are informed it is God who works in us both to will and do of His good pleasure.